Partners Bank, the bank that listens.
Yeah, we could not do this without them. We appreciate them every single day stepping up and saying, you know what, we want you to tell stories of people of York County, and that's what we do, I think, more than anyone else. And it makes sense that we have Meet York County in the studio. Mike Nichols, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
You guys are all over social. I love your Instagram account.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we've been going at it for 8 years now, which is pretty
serious?
Crazy. It seems like yesterday some days, and then other days it seems like it's been like 20. But
if you haven't checked it out, it's Meet York County. You can find it on Instagram. You can find it on Facebook. Are you on any of the other platforms?
We're not. We're trying to just keep it simple. We do have a website, meetyorkcounty.com, and there is an online directory on there, so we'll talk about it, but you can basically find your next favorite place you want to visit in any of the York County towns.
That is awesome. Mike, can I have you just turn the microphone a little bit to the left right here? Oh, yeah. There we go. See, when a lot of people are like, oh, AI is going to take over the world. I'm like, I don't want it to, because you could never AI this, right? So Meet York County, you've been around since 2018. What gave you the idea for this?
Really simple. I was going to a lot of restaurants with my wife as it was, checking out new places, and my friends would be like, hey, what was that restaurant you went to last night? And I figured I might as well just start taking photos when I'm at these places and put it on a social media account. And I was like, what am I going to call it? I'm like, well, Meet York County we're going all over York County. And the other part to it too was, at the time, Portland, the state of Maine, there were all these accounts like, Meet Maine or, Portland Foodie, map. And I'm like, that's cool. But there are so many places outside of Portland. It's a big state. There's a lot to the area. So I'm like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to call it Meet York County, throw up photos when I'm at a restaurant or, a gift shop. And it kind of just went from there. It's super simple. A lot of people are always surprised. They're like, man, that must be a lot of work. Like, how much time do you put into this? And I'm like, honestly, a minute. Like, it takes a few seconds to take 5 photos and about a minute to come up with a post. So it really is that simple. And it's really
takes me a lot longer than that, man. I don't know how you do it so quick. In the some posts, I'll admit they're better than others, but there's no right rhyme or reason to it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the best posts in my mind are like our worst performing posts. And then other times, like taking a photo of your building out here, it could just go off. You have no idea. It's so
That's
wild.
the world of marketing, right?
We're speaking the same language because I will put a lot of effort into some of our on-demand stuff.
Sure.
And you get that pride inside of you. And anybody, you don't have to do this for a living, but think of what you do for a living. And when you put a lot of effort into it, you're like, this is going to kill. And then crickets.
Yeah.
2 likes. Thanks, Bob. I get it. You like everything we do. That Bob doesn't even count anymore.
Yeah.
He kind of does.
And sometimes you think it's like timing. I go, okay, maybe doing it at nighttime when everyone's at home on their phones, but there really isn't. I've kind of stopped worrying about that part of it.
Yeah.
And that what makes it funner for me is like, I just don't care. The other part to it is small business. So you'll notice we don't post about like Walmart or McDonald's, nothing against those places. Like they have their purpose, but we're all about promoting small business owners here in York County. They're often, small families just trying to get by. So that's what we're all about, is just promoting these small businesses and seeing them grow. And, we take a very small part of that, is really cool to see.
Mike Nichols from Meet York County is joining the show here this morning. Now, can you name one place that surprised you? You're like, I can't believe this is this good.
Yeah, right around the corner here, actually, Azul Agave.
Yes.
Not just the food. So that place, as you probably know, has been kind of a musical chairs kind of establishment. There's not much parking. I think it's been like 4 places since we moved to Sanford like 5-6 years ago. So I kind of thought just from the get-go they're going to have a tough time. We visited, and you can find parking, by the way. It's not that hard. You just have to look. But the food is amazing. If you like Mexican food, there's a lot of great options in the area, but that is some of the most authentic Mexican food we've had. And we've been quite a bit since they opened. It's that good. Yeah. And the great service, great drinks. It's a home run there.
When I talked to Lewis when he first opened, I knew that he was different because he said, I want to use a lot of vegetables. And a lot of Mexican restaurants just kind of rely on the chips and the refried beans and whatnot. He puts so much effort into, it's kind of like a free commercial, I guess, for him. But he's a great partner of ours as well, too. You go in there and you're gonna get your veggies. Like eating veggies. Yeah. Lewis, if your kids don't like eating veggies, Take them to Azul Agave. They will eat their veggies, and they won't even know it.
Exactly.
Because they bake it all in. We got Mike from Meet York County on the show here this morning. And what I found interesting is with the amount of work that you put into this is not your full-time job.
It is not. I mean, I would like it to be, but, you know, I got to have something that pays the bills. So my day job is I work for a place called Ocean Park Association, which is a community in Old Orchard Beach. So it's kind of like a seasonal community, and it's kind of like their version of a chamber of commerce. So it has a lot of the same aspects, like we're kind of working with the businesses in the area, promoting like events. So there's that part to it. So I've been in marketing for like the past 10, 15 years of my life, which is kind of why doing this Meet York County is really easy. It's just a passion project. So no, I mean, this, you know, I've spent, as the years go on, I spend more time on this project. There's just never enough time in the day. There's a lot we want to do. And it will come eventually. It's just having the patience for it. You're like a handshake to York County, where you can be a tourist in your own hometown. Exactly. I have watched your social for a while now, and I'm like, how have I never been to that place? You know, and how do you find these places? You know, there's not really a science behind it, other than, you know, we see other people. We're not the know-it-all. I mean, I see people like you. You know, sometimes you have businesses come on. I'm like, oh, they're in Sanford, or you know, in the area. Did you know that we were here? I got to admit, I've known about it for probably about a year now, because we're going to Azul Agave so much, probably. But yeah, I mean, that's the fun thing. I mean, even if you're off of the main roads, there's so much to see, and that again is the fun part about it. I mean, we've gone up to Cornish, and you know, before I did this page, I never would have gone to Cornish, to be honest. But it's a really cool downtown there. There's a lot to see. So we're constantly discovering new places, either from word of mouth or just going online and doing a quick Google search. I call Cornish Main Soho. It's so just very, you know, hippie-ish, right? But also very boutique-ish at the same time, too. But Meet York County's been around for a while now. You know, there are only so many businesses that you can check out. But when I wouldn't say max it out, there are other things that you want to do within that brand. Can you speak of those? Yeah, so back in December, I actually announced a new side project, is what I'll call it. It's called New England Atlas. So that is kind of gearing towards the future. With what I really want to do is eventually cover all of New England. I mean, we're constantly traveling throughout New England, Cape Cod, Burlington. So again, like here, it's a huge region, so much to see, a lot of diversity. And I figured, let's take the same kind of concept, apply it to all of New England, but also use my business expertise to kind of help these small businesses. Right. So marketing consulting, you know, QuickBooks, startup consulting. There's a lot of aspects that go into making a business successful. It's not just good marketing. So I think just applying my passion for small business and this whole area is really what I want to do down the road. But it's not an overnight thing. I'm just kind of doing the building blocks to get there, and that's the goal. Do you do this alone? I can't take full credit. My wife, Jamie, often helps. You know, sometimes I'll be at work and she's checking out maybe a new coffee shop and she'll take some photos for me. So, I mean, there's a lot. And again, at the end of the day, a lot of these businesses are kind of like collaborators, because over the years, we've actually done some collaborations with some local businesses, raising money for nonprofits in the area. So, you know, a lot of the times we have an idea, but there are other people, other businesses that are a contributing factor. So do really what you love, find the others. Right? Exactly. So Meet in York County today. How do people find you on social media? At Meet York County on Instagram and Facebook. Is that M-E? M-E-E-T, okay. York County. I know there's some confusion there sometimes. And then meetyorkcounty.com. We have a really cool online directory. And again, I think you can find your next favorite place to visit. All right. Mike Nichols from Meet York County joining the show here this morning. That's York County Connects. And we're back to the music faster after these.